pleased to appoint Administrator Fick to handle the minutes tonight, please?
Make a motion.
Motion from Trustee Carter.
Second.
Second from Trustee Mariscal. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, please say no. Thank you. The ayes have it. Mr. Administrator, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn.
Present.
Trustee Carter.
Present.
Trustee Mariscal.
Present.
Trustee Cumming. Trustee Reichert.
Present.
Trustee Fuller.
Present.
Thank you. Our first order of business tonight is the approval of the Board of Trustees minutes for June 21st, 2016. Are there any changes that need to be made to the minutes?
Mr. Mayor, we do not have the minutes. The
Oh.
village clerk did not get them to us prior to the meeting, so we'll have to adopt them at the next meeting.
Apologize. We'll table that then.
Motion to table.
Motion to table from Trustee Reichert.
Second.
Second from Trustee Fuller. All those in favor of tabling the approval of the Board of Trustees minutes for June 21st, 2016, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, please say no. Thank you. Ayes have it, and we hope that the minutes will be in our next meeting packet. Village Clerk could not be here tonight. Mr. Administrator, any correspondence that you're aware of?
I don't see any correspondence in the clerk's packet, so I don't think there is any tonight.
All righty, thank you very much. No announcements tonight, so we'll go directly to Public Works with Trustee Harn.
Thank you, Mayor Allen. I have nothing tonight.
All righty, thank you. We'll move to Administration Personnel. Trustee Cumming could not be here tonight. Mr. Administrator, any news on Administration Personnel?
Well, I could announce the tower hours yet again, but I won't, because I think we all know what those are. The deadline for the submittals for the request for proposals for the gas station site have come and gone, and we had one response, which is a non-qualified response. It didn't address all the items that were listed in the RFP. So staff makes a recommendation that we reissue the RFP for an additional 30 days, starting on July 10th, which is a Sunday, and extending it out until August 8th, and it would be published in various publications besides the Journal Star and posted on our website to try to draw more interest on it.
All right. Okay.
I make the motion.
Yeah, we can't vote on that tonight because it's not on the agenda, so we're going to have it sent out and done that way anyway.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So will it just begin then Sunday? We don't
Yeah.
have to
Yeah.
approve
Yeah,
putting it in
it's
the
just
paper?
part of the package. We didn't get any RFPs that were acceptable.
Okay.
Okay, we'll move to Economic Development, Village Improvements with Trustee Carter.
Thank you. I have nothing at this time.
All right, thank you very much. We'll move to the Police Department with Trustee Fuller.
Thank you, Mayor Allen. The only thing I have is the Neighborhood Watch will be up here at Village Hall on Monday, the 25th, 6:30 p.m.
All right, thank you. Any questions at all for Trustee Fuller? Okay, thank you again. We'll move to Village Hall Building Maintenance with Trustee Mariscal.
Thank you, Mayor Allen. I have nothing to report this evening.
All right, thank you. And we'll close out with the Fire Department with Trustee Reichert.
Thank you, Mayor. I have nothing.
Okay, thank you all. We'll go to comments from the audience. If anybody in the audience has a concern or a question, please come up to the village lectern and let us know. All right, well, we thank everyone for attending. No old business tonight, so we'll move to new business, and first up will be ordinance 2016-1479. Mr. Administrator, could you give us background on that, please?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is an ordinance that would appoint Jacob and Klein as the village's municipal advisor. Jacob and Klein is the TIF consultant we have is made up of the Economic Development Group and Jacob and Klein. Jacob and Klein is the legal arm of the group, and they're recommending that we appoint them as our registered municipal advisor. So when we did the Trefskers financing, we had to have a municipal advisor to interact with bond counsel and advise the village on all the proposals that we received, and there was a fee associated with that. So this puts them on as the village municipal advisor for all other projects that would require that level of service, but there's no fees associated with it. So if we don't have any other projects that require bond issues, there's really not much for them to do, but it does allow them to give me advice on financing proposals that I might get in from the banks, even if it's, not that complex as a bond issue. If it's just a simple, term type of loan, they can still provide some assistance to us legally. So that's changed on the,
Okay.
so that's the background if anyone has any questions on it. There's no fees associated with it right now.
I make a motion that we approve ordinance number 2016-1479.
Okay, we have a motion from trustee Reichert.
I second, but we need to change, I guess it's on page 3.
Yeah, there's a typographical error there.
We still have Jeff Gett on there.
So, well, he's here tonight if he wants to vote, but it's changed on the original. We caught that, and so it's changed on the original that gets signed and put in the ordinance books. But yeah, your copies still have trustee Gett on there.
Okay.
Who was the second?
Good thing you were here tonight, right? Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments from the board before the board votes? Okay, once again, it's for board approval of ordinance number 2016-1479 as outlined by Administrator Fick. Mr. Administrator, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn?
Aye.
Trustee Carter?
Aye.
Trustee Mariscal?
Aye.
Trustee Reichert?
Aye.
Trustee Fuller?
Aye. Okay, thank you. By a vote of 5-0, the board has approved ordinance 2016-1479, appointing Jacob and Klein Limited as village municipal advisor. Our next order of new business tonight is a request for authorization to enter an agreement with Moore and Kerr Engineering and Land Surveying, and that will be presented, well, Trustee Cumming is not here, so Mr. Administrator, would you please provide details on this?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The village right now has a part-time inspector, and we've had that arrangement in some capacity, permanent or part-time, for quite a while. We didn't have a lot of larger commercial projects since I've been here, and I just felt that it's good to have kind of a backup if we get into a project that requires a higher level of inspection and plan review. So this is a service that Moore and Kerr offers. They have a couple of former City of Peoria inspectors on staff now that can do some of the plan review and everything for us, so it just kind of gives me and the village an option when it comes to reviewing some more complex plans on the commercial end.
All right, need a motion for approval, please?
I make the motion to enter into the agreement with Moore and Kerr Engineering.
Have a motion from trustee Reichert,
Second.
second from trustee Harn. Any questions or comments from the board before the board votes? Okay, once again, this is for board approval to go into an authorization with the agreement for Moore and Kerr Engineering and Land Surveying to do the future commercial inspections for the buildings as outlined by Administrator Fick. Mr. Administrator, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn?
Aye.
Trustee Carter?
Aye.
Trustee Mariscal?
Aye.
Trustee Reichert?
Aye.
Trustee Fuller?
Aye. Okay, thank you. By a vote of 5-0, the board has approved entering into the agreement with Moore and Kerr Engineering and Land Surveying for the reviews and building inspector of the plans for any future commercial work. Next order of business tonight is a special use permit renewal for Chuck's Auto Sales, and that will be presented by trustee Carter.
Thank you. I think everybody has in their packet a written-up statement from Deputy or Chris Ahart for making sure that he's compliant, and so I make a motion to pass the special use permit.
Okay, we have a motion from trustee Carter,
Second.
second from trustee Reichert. Any questions or comments from the board before the board votes? Okay, once again, this is for board approval of renewal of the special use permit for Chuck's Auto Sales. Mr. Administrator, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn?
Aye.
Trustee Carter?
Aye.
Trustee Mariscal?
Aye.
Trustee Reichert?
Aye.
Trustee Fuller?
Aye. Okay, thank you. By a vote of 5-0, the board has approved the renewal of a special use permit for Chuck's Auto Sales as outlined by trustee Carter. Next order of new business tonight is the special use permit renewal for Mr. Jim Simmons. Will be presented by trustee Carter.
Thank you. So he's still doing lawnmowers?
Probably.
Did we automatically do this?
No, we sent him a letter and asked if he's interested in renewing it again, and he responds and says yes, and then pays us $50, and we put it on the agenda. So, yeah, we did contact him.
Okay. Well, I make a motion to renew his special use permit.
Okay, we have a motion from trustee Carter,
Second.
second from trustee Reichert. Any questions or comments from the board? Okay, once again, this is for board approval of the special use permit renewal for Mr. Jim Simmons regarding lawnmower repairs at his residence. Mr. Administrator, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn.
Aye.
Trustee Carter.
Aye.
Trustee Mariscal.
Aye.
Trustee Reichert.
Aye.
Trustee Fuller.
Aye.
Thank you. By a vote of 5-0, the board has approved the special use permit renewal for Jim Simmons, as outlined by trustee Carter. Next order of new business tonight is a request from the Kids of St. Jude for approval of a fundraiser at Prospect and Cyberling that will be presented by trustee Carter.
Thank you. I make a motion to allow them to do the fundraiser on Saturday, July 16th from 8 to 2 p.m.
Okay. Have a motion from trustee Carter,
Second.
second from trustee Reichert. Any questions or comments from the board before the board votes? Okay, once again, this is for board approval of allowing the Kids of St. Jude for fundraiser on Saturday, July 16th at Prospect and Cyberling, as outlined by trustee Carter. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, please say no. Thank you, the ayes have it. Board has approved the corner of Prospect and Cyberling for Saturday, July 16th for the Kids of St. Jude for their fundraiser. It's outlined by trustee Carter. Next order of new business tonight is a request to use Village Hall and the parking lot for a blood drive, and that will be presented by trustee Carter.
Thank you. Gosh, I'm special. Emily's. Okay, so Pearl is having a blood drive on July 19th. It's organized by the Peoria Heights High School students for Pearl employees. So they would like to use our parking lot. I'm just not sure how they're going to use it. They already use it. Where are they going to put a mobile blood?
I imagine they're going to make sure that there's room available, that
Okay.
employees will have to move out of the way and park it in the back area where they usually
Okay, then I
park.
make a motion to allow them.
Okay, we have a motion from trustee Carter,
Second.
second from trustee Reichert. Any questions or comments from the board before the board votes? Okay, once again, this is for board approval for the use of Village Hall and the parking lot for a blood drive on Tuesday, July 19th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. as outlined by trustee Carter. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, please say no. Thank you. The ayes have it, and the board has approved the use of Village Hall and the parking lot for the blood drive on Tuesday, July 19th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Our next order of new business tonight is regarding a donation for the Peoria Dream basketball program, and that will be presented by trustee Carter.
Thank you. Well, we have Jeff here. Is Chris here, or what? Yeah. So do you want to come up and kind of explain what you're asking for, and...
We were just asking for a donation for, we have 3 teams going up to Iowa to play basketball in a tournament, and a lot of the girls, all the Heights girls, is a 6th grade team, so we were just trying to get help for the parents and everybody to be able to afford to get gas and hotel rooms and things of that nature for all the teams.
That's this weekend coming up.
Yeah, this weekend.
It'll be Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Is there a bank account set up for the
Yes,
Dream
we
Girls?
have at the Heights Bank
Okay,
for this team.
all right.
Didn't you all host a fundraiser out here in the parking lot?
Yes.
And what did that yield?
We
Was it
made
good turnout?
$683.
Okay.
So we did pretty good there.
All right. Any more questions at all for Chris?
No.
All right.
So is the, well, I do have, so is the $1,000, is that the dollar amount that you are needing to get the girls up there, or get the 3 teams up there?
It'd be just mainly for the girls' parents and gas and then their hotel rooms to get everybody to the tournament.
Yeah, I I'm not an accountant, but I mean, after $600 of you get anything over $600 at one time, you're supposed to send a 1099. So I mean, that's the only questionable thing that I see about the whole thing. I mean, we don't want to get anybody in trouble. You know?
Okay.
I mean, I'm not an accountant. I don't know.
Is a bank account in an individual's name, or do you have
It's
some?
in our team name, Peoria.
Okay, okay.
Is it registered as a, what I'm saying, nonprofit?
Yes.
Okay. All right,
Okay, good enough.
yeah. All right. Any other questions at all for Chris? All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, they are requesting $1,000, so I guess I make a motion for that.
Okay, I have a motion from trustee Carter,
Second.
second from trustee Fuller. Any questions or comments from the board before the board votes? Okay, once again, this is for a donation from the village in the amount of $1,000 for the Peoria Dream Basketball Program. Mr. Administrator, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn?
Aye.
Trustee Carter?
Aye.
Trustee Mariscal?
Aye.
Trustee Reichert?
Aye.
Trustee Fuller?
Aye.
Okay, thank you by a vote of 5-0. The board has approved the donation in the amount of $1,000 for the Peoria Dream Basketball Program as outlined by trustee Carter. Our next order of new business tonight is regarding a request to close a portion of Duryea Avenue on July 23rd, and that will be presented by trustee Carter.
Thank you. I'm actually request to make a motion to table this until Matt can get a hold of Dr. James Taylor on the 2 residents that they will be blocking on that street.
Okay, so that means that would give us time to go to the next meeting.
Right.
Okay. Okay, we have a motion to table from trustee Carter,
Second.
second from trustee Reichert. Any questions or comments from the board? Okay, all those in favor of tabling the request to close a portion of Duryea Avenue for the community fair as outlined by trustee Carter, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, please say no. Thank you, the ayes have it. We will table the request to close a portion of Duryea Avenue as outlined by trustee Carter until hopefully our next Board of Trustees meeting. Next order of new business tonight is regarding a request for payment of dues to the Greater Peoria Economic Development Council, and that will be presented by trustee Carter.
Thank you. I make a motion to do the $2,000 amount, which would be the friend request for the Greater Peoria Economical Development Council.
Okay, have a motion from trustee Carter,
Second.
second from trustee Reichert. Any questions or comments from the board before the board votes? Okay, once again, this is for a payment of dues in the amount of $2,000 to the Greater Peoria Economic Development Council as outlined by trustee Carter. Mr. Administrator, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn?
Aye.
Trustee Carter?
Aye.
Trustee Mariscal?
Aye.
Trustee Reichert?
Aye.
Trustee Fuller?
Thank you. By a vote of 5-0, the board has approved the payment of the dues in the amount of $2,000 to the Greater Peoria Economic Development Council as outlined by trustee Carter. Our next order of new business tonight has to do with the request to purchase equipment for the ADSI upgrade, and that will be presented by trustee Fuller.
Thank you, Mayor Allen. Basically, this is just an upgrade to the software, the ADSI software that's basically the operating system used in the squad cars, and it's going to put us in line with Peoria and some of the other surrounding communities. And so it's a pretty, just making a request, it's going to be $10,051, and then after that, it's $495 a month service fee. So make a request for that.
Okay, we have a motion from trustee Fuller.
And if anything, if Chief wants to add anything.
No, I covered, I think, mostly in the departmental, kind of where we were at on this. If it sounds familiar, I brought this up 6 months ago because the cost was so high. I pulled it off the table. Our total cost went from $12,500 to $10,051, but the big issue went from $2,000 a month to $495. That's why it's back on the table. So this is also in line with the consolidation. Everyone's aware that we're consolidating our dispatch center, so this is an instrumental part of that. And ADSI is our operating system. Peoria uses the same system, Bartonville uses the same system, so this would be a huge advantage to us. Also, when we go to body cameras, this will also be a part of that with the modem. So we won't have that cost in the future. So this is really a instrumental piece to that package. So, any other questions?
Thank you, Chief. Have a motion from Trustee Fuller,
Second.
second from Trustee Carter. Any questions or comments before the board votes? Okay, once again, this is for board approval to purchase the equipment in the amount of $10,051 for the ADSI upgrade and the installation in the squad cars as outlined by Trustee Fuller and Chief Sutton. And the service for the ADSI system will be $495 a month. Mr. Administrator, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn.
Aye.
Trustee Carter.
Aye.
Trustee Mariscal.
Aye.
Trustee Reichert.
Aye.
Trustee Fuller.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. By a vote of 5-0, the board has approved the purchase of the equipment in the amount of $10,051 for ADSI upgrade and installation in the squad cars as outlined by Trustee Fuller and Chief Sutton. Our next order of new business tonight is a request from the Fire Department for approval of Fill the Boot fundraiser, and that will be presented by Trustee Reichert.
Thank you, Mayor. The fire department would like to hold a Fill the Boot fundraiser at Prospect and Cyberling on Saturday, July 23rd. So I make a motion that we allow them to do that.
Okay, we have a motion from Trustee Reichert,
Second.
second from Trustee Harn. Any questions or comments from the board before the board votes? Okay, once again, this is for board approval of the request from the fire department for the Fill the Boot fundraiser on Saturday, July 23rd at Prospect and Cyberling as outlined by Trustee Reichert. Mr. Administrator, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn.
Aye.
Trustee Carter.
Aye.
Trustee Mariscal.
Aye.
Trustee Reichert.
Aye.
Trustee Fuller.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. By a vote of 5-0, the board has approved the request from the fire department to have the Fill the Boot fundraiser on Saturday, July 23rd at Prospect and Cyberling as outlined by Trustee Reichert. Our next order of new business tonight has to do with a request from the fire department for approval of the use of Tower Park for the Bags Tournament and fundraiser on Saturday, September 17th. That will be presented by Trustee Reichert.
Thank you, Mayor. I make a motion that we allow the fire department to use Tower Park on Saturday, September 17th for their annual Bags Tournament.
Have a motion from Trustee Reichert,
Second.
second from Trustee Fuller. Any questions or comments from the board before the board votes? All right, once again, this is for board approval of the request from the fire department for the Bags Tournament and fundraiser Tower Park on Saturday, September 17th, as outlined by Trustee Reichert. Mr. Administrator, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn.
Aye.
Trustee Carter.
Aye.
Trustee Mariscal.
Aye.
Trustee Reichert.
Aye.
Trustee Fuller.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. By a vote of 5-0, the board has approved the request from the fire department for the Bags Tournament and fundraiser on Saturday, September 17th here at Tower Park, as outlined by Trustee Reichert. Our next order of new business tonight has to do with the reappointment of Chief Walters to be fire chief again, and we really don't need to approve the reappointment, but we do need to recognize it, and it was a unanimous vote to reappoint from the volunteer fire department Chief Walters to serve as fire chief. So we ask the board to recognize and approve this. Mr. Administrator, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn.
Aye.
Trustee Carter.
Aye.
Trustee Mariscal.
Aye.
Trustee Reichert.
Aye.
Trustee Fuller.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. By a vote of 5-0, the board has recognized the reappointment of Gregory S. Walters Sr. as fire chief for the village of Peoria Heights. Thank you, Chief Walters, for all your hard work and dedication. Final order of new business tonight is the reappointment of Gary Stella to the Greater Peoria Airport Authority Board of Commissioners. And Gary's done an outstanding job. He takes his job seriously, has gone to virtually every meeting, and I know in the near future, he wants to come and give an update to the board as to what all's been going on with the airport. But at this time, I'm asking the board to make a motion for the reappointment of Gary Stella to the Greater Peoria Airport Authority Board of Commissioners.
I make a motion to reappoint Gary Stella.
Have a motion from trustee Fuller,
Second.
second from trustee Carter. Any questions or comments from the board before the board votes? Okay, once again, this is for board approval of the reappointment of Gary Stella to the Greater Peoria Airport Authority Board of Commissioners. Mr. Administrator, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn.
Aye.
Trustee Carter.
Aye.
Trustee Mariscal.
Aye.
Trustee Reichert.
Aye.
Trustee Fuller.
Aye.
Thank you. By a vote of 5-0, the board has approved the reappointment of Gary Stella to Greater Peoria Airport Authority Board of Commissioners. Our next order of business tonight has to do with the payment of the bills, and these will be read by our village administrator, Matthew Fick.
These are the expenditures that were approved on the June 29th departmental meeting for the month of June. For the village expenditures, the general fund, $329,881.89. MFT expenditures, $9,139.16. For total expenditures from the village accounts of $339,021.05. And waterworks expenditures for the same time frame, $141,110.80.
Thank you very much. Any questions regarding the expenditures as read?
I move that we pay the bills.
Have a motion from trustee Reichert,
Second.
second from trustee Carter. Mr. Administrator, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn.
Aye.
Trustee Carter.
Aye.
Trustee Mariscal.
Aye.
Trustee Reichert.
Aye.
Trustee Fuller.
Aye.
Thank you. By a vote of 5-0, the board has approved the payment of the bills as read. We want to remind everybody that the bills as read are also available anytime you want to come to Village Hall and view the list of the payments. You're more than free to do so. It is public record. Come on by. The next departmental committee meeting will be held Wednesday, July 27th at 6:30 p.m. The next Board of Trustees meeting will be held Tuesday, July 19th at 6:30 p.m. Is there any other business to come before the board this evening?
Move to adjourn.
Have a motion from trustee Reichert,
Second.
second from trustee Harn. All those in favor of adjourning the meeting at this time, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, please say no. Thank you. The ayes have it. Meeting is now adjourned, and we thank everyone for attending.